All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to an exposing video with some story time elements because I feel like I need to kind of give you guys a little bit of a backstory before I get into the exposing part of the video. So, anyways, getting into the backstory. So back in 2016, I did this video where I defended people that do reaction videos. A YouTuber by the name of Just a Robot. If you guys follow YouTube drama, then yeah, you know who I'm talking about. But if not, recently, Just a Robot, not recently, it was some months ago, but he got canceled for defending a pedophile. And then the month prior before that, I called him out because he did a video explaining how to get away with being a pedophile. But according to him, oh, he was just joking around. Yeah, I just don't get how you joke around with something like that. But anyways, so back before that and stuff, because I'm like, yeah, he's pretty much just getting demolished on the internet. I mean, he got people like coming from all angles, just canceling him for like stuff he was harassed or not. No, he was stalking people at VidCon. What else has he done? I think there is all like he was having inappropriate conversations with minors. Talking about fart fetishes and stuff. Yeah, this guy, when I say that he's weird, like I mean that like in all caps, capital all, like the whole thing, all caps. I'm like, nah, he's one of those individuals where it's like if you see him in real life, I definitely recommend you have a security guard, cop, somebody with you that can protect you because he's not normal. So, but anyway, sometime before that, he really had it out for me when it came to YouTube because he didn't like the fact that I downplayed his videos. So from late 2016 all the way up until like almost that midpoint of 2020, it was just nonstop hate across my videos. Like originally it was because I defended people that do reaction videos, and then they were trying to get on me for my own reaction videos, and then they just started getting on. Then at one point in time, they didn't really have no material to like, at least not no recent material to get on me about. So then they started going back to videos that I had recorded back when I was in high school, where I know that content was cringy, but I guess they were trying to use it against me. Like one video in particular, they were trying to use it against me, where this is 2 years after I had decided to kind of, get into the front of the camera, more so being, because before I would always be behind the camera just recording random stuff and things, but not really recording myself. So I had to say I didn't start doing that till maybe like that next year, 2011 and things. So it's like, it's been like maybe a year since I kind of, started doing videos. So yeah, I'm not going to be the best at it, after a year and things. Like it took me some time to kind of, find a comfort level with content creating. But yeah, after a year, I'm like, bruh, I wasn't comfortable with content. I had to start getting comfortable until maybe it was like 2014, 2015. Like I had to say that was like that time frame where I got comfortable with content creating. But no, yeah, I did a video where I was talking about how I beat Halo 4. And I should react to that video for old time's sake just to see what I talked about, because even I don't remember. I just remember like talking about it. Like I was happy that night. I beat Halo 4. I'm like, it's rare when I just start up a video game and never beat it. I got heavily invested into that game and I beat it. That's what I should do. I should redownload, because I think you can download that game on Xbox Game Pass. I should just play it, beat it, and just pretty much recreate that video all over again. But anyways. But no, so I did that, and then I didn't even know of Just a Robot and his fan base at that time in 2012. I didn't know about him and his fan base until 2016. So yeah, but they went back, hated on that video, and I'm thinking to myself, y'all is just trying to hate on anything at this point. You guys is hating on the video of me that I recorded back when I was in high school. That's just sad. So I'm like, you're hating on high school me, and high school me ain't even did nothing to you. So I think that's when the idea was brought up that they had to, pretty much catch me on something, try to do their own little exposing video on me and things. So anyways, it was National Suicide Prevention Day. I made a tweet saying that if anybody out there is, feeling a certain way, reach out to me. I'll do what I can to help you and things. In case if you don't feel comfortable, talking to others, I'm like, and that's something that I always say. I say it to my friends. I say it to anybody. I'm like, if you feel in a certain way, reach out to me. I would rather have it where you put your problems on me than to keep that stuff bottled up. And then, there's a day where you just kind of losing in things. I don't want that for people. So I made that tweet. And then sometime later on the same day, I look at my phone and I just got all these notifications on Twitter. So I'm like, fam, what is going on? So I check, see, it's just the same. It's the same person with two different accounts just saying the same thing over and over again. I'm feeling suicidal. I'm feeling suicidal. And I'm like, fam, what is going on? What is the issue? What is the problem? So they wasn't responsive to nothing that I was saying. They just kept saying the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, look, I'm at work. I can't help you if you ain't going to be responsive. You're going to have to tell me what's going on, because I'm like, fam, I can't help you. So there's two things going on. I'm at work and you're not responsive on what I'm asking you. So I'm saying, like, you know, and they just still kept saying the same thing over and over again. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm going back to work. When you feel comfortable to tell me what's going on, then tell me and things. And then, so yeah, I just left it at that. Shortly afterwards, like numerous videos came out about me, all like, oh, TMossBoss ignored a suicidal girl. And I'm thinking to myself, I had asked them numerous times what was the problem. What do you guys mean that I ignored a suicidal girl? What are you guys talking about? So they were just running with that situation. Like, they wasn't even trying to hear anything that I was saying. They wasn't trying to hear no explanation, no defending, none of that. I think what the goal was is that they wanted the situation to blow up as much as possible. So like maybe Keemstar or somebody would talk about it and things. So anyways, I let the situation alone. And then shortly afterwards, another account had reached out to me saying that, oh, I'm feeling the same way. I'm feeling suicidal and stuff. So this person was a little bit more responsive. So I asked them, I'm like, what's the problem? And then they was all like, oh, I bullied some kids in school and this, you know, I guess eating at me and stuff. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, maybe try reaching out to those kids and apologize to them. Good advice, right? Wasn't good advice. So I gave him solution after solution after solution, and nothing was working. So I'm like, fam, I don't know how I'm going to help you if everything that I'm telling you, you just denying it. And I'm like, fam, these are some good. I'm like, that right there, even if it's on some stuff where you got to like reach out to people that they know and then be like, hey, can you pass this message along to this person? I'm like, do that, you know, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm supposed to help you. What, you want me to travel out to where these people are and apologize on your behalf? I'm like, fam, I don't know you or them people. So I'm like, you going to have to, my thing is this. If there is, you know what, I'm going to talk on this particular situation because it's a little bit of an embarrassing story about me, but I'm just going to say this much. I had put a girl through a very disgusting experience, you know, and it's something that I sat down and I took the time to reach out to her when I got involved in social media and all that stuff. I took the time to reached out to her and I apologized. I was like, hey, remember that situation back when we were in elementary? Yeah, I don't feel good about that. I feel like, you know, we need closure. And I apologize to her. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So anyways, yeah, it's like me. I'm going to talk on that in a moment and think, well, probably in a separate video. But anyways, but then no, so the guy was all like, you're not really good at this. And so something told me, look through this guy's following list. Like I had a gut feeling. I'm like, nah, man, look through this guy's following list because something ain't right here. I looked through his following list. He's following Just a Robot and one of his friends that helps him out with videos. So I asked him, I'm like, why are you following them two? And because Just a Robot was like the ringleader of this whole community and stuff. So anyways, I'm like, why are you following these two? And he's like, I don't have to answer that question. So at that point, that's when I'm like, nope, something's weird going on here. Because that's one thing. I watch a lot of different body cam videos. And that's one thing when a person commits a crime and then they know that they about to go down for this crime and then the cops are starting to question them, then they're all like, I'm not allowed to say anything until my lawyer is present. That's when you know they done did something. All right. So anyways, so after that, then that's when it was always just in the back of my head, like, that girl most likely wasn't suicidal. And so what was crazy, the other day, one of the girl's friends had contacted me. And yeah, we had been talking for the past few days. But then they had told me that, yeah, it turns out that girl wasn't even suicidal. They just all did that for a video. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, there's people out there that really deal with that crap. And for you guys to use it, I guess, to get some content, that's dark. I'm like, that's some really dark stuff. You know, I ain't seen a lot of different dark things on the internet before, but I'm like, man, I guess like to be a part of something that's dark, I'm like, man, that's crazy. You know, that's some wild stuff. But yeah, overall, I'm like, to find that out after all these years, you know, it's kind of the closure that I needed and stuff. But yeah, I'm like, man, you know, but yeah, there's been recently, it's like people within Just a Robot's community and Just a Robot himself, they've been pretty much like facing their karma, you know, because these guys, I mean, they were terrorizing people for the longest on the internet. So to see it where they finally getting their karma, I'm like, that's good, you know. And then the girl, on the other hand, she ended up having to change her name on the internet and stuff because she knew that this would come back and hunt her too. But I'm like, fam, you know, that's something that you are going to have to live with, that you fake being suicidal and things just so you can get some content out the way. I'm like, nah, man, that's dark. That's some dark stuff. But anyways, yeah, that was my time frame, or a small little portion of my time frame on the internet. But yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Just wanted to do that video real quick to explain to you guys the situation. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.